There is Father Lau, and welcome to the new episode of Living with the Saints. In this episode, I would like to share with you the story of the life of servant of God, Chiara Corbella Petrillo. And she was born on January 9, 1984 in Italy, and she lived a very short life. So I'm reading this from the Catholic News Agency article. She met her husband Enrico Petrillo at age 18 and became the mother of 3 children and died at the age of 28. So what happened within those 10 years? She has touched the hearts of thousands of people across the world. Chiara's sainthood cause was opened 5 years after her death. Okay, so her story is told in the 2015 book Chiara Corbella Petrillo, A Witness to Joy. I encourage you to read that book. So it was Simone Triosi and Cristiana Pacini, close friends of the Petrillos, who wrote the biography of Chiara's life. So they discover that in any situation, there's no real reason to be sad. It is because Chiara shows that if you have God as your guide, misfortunes do not exist, which is very true. Okay, so Chiara and Enrico, they married in Italy on September 21, 2008, after having met at Medjugorje in 2002. So the young Italian couple faced many hardships together, including the death of 2 children who both died only 30 minutes after birth. Chiara became pregnant again a 3rd time with their son Francesco. So even though they have this joyful news of her pregnancy, it also came with a bad news of a fatal diagnosis of a cancer for Chiara. Her cancer was an unusual lesion of the tongue, which was later discovered to be carcinoma. Okay, so Chiara rejected any treatment that could have saved her life during pregnancy because it would have risked the life of her unborn son. Because of that, Chiara experienced difficulty to speak and to see clearly. Chiara's suffering became a holy place because it was the place where she encountered God. So although many couples face many hardships, something different about the Petrillo's couple. They leaned on God's grace, which made their family particularly serene. They made peace with the reality that Chiara would never grow old with Enrico or watch Francesco grow up. And Enrico learned to embrace God's will, just as Chiara did, saying, if she's going to be with someone who loves her more than I, why should I be upset? So Chiara died on June 13, 2012, at home in her wedding gown, surrounded by her family and friends. Although her earthly life was over, Chiara would continue to be a witness to joy. So the young couple showed how the purpose of our life is to love. To be married is a wonderful thing and an adventure that opens you up to heaven in the home. Chiara was not an extraordinary young woman in a way that makes her different from us. Rather, she struggled with many human fears and anxieties, especially with thoughts of pain, vomiting, and purgatory. So Chiara has been called a saint of our times. She never doubted God's faithfulness to His promise of happiness for her story. Chiara's cause for canonization was announced June 13, 2017, which is the 5th anniversary of her death. I hope we're all inspired by the life of Chiara to be a witness to joy even in the midst of great suffering. God bless. The living saint, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, we trust in you.